Hi, Trevor here, Life Reflection Requests. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video from goth rockers Evanescence and through My Immortal, which, oh my goodness, what an absolutely stunning vocal by Amy Lee that one is. We looked at grief, the sadness and the hope of it. So trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to a request today. The story started in 2010 when Ben Schneider decided to move to Los Angeles. He'd been writing songs for a while and was looking for a bit of an outlet for his songs. And together with Mark Barry, Tom Renaud and Miguel Bracino, and plus a few others, Lord Huron was formed. Now, these guys have a touch of a few genres. I reckon a bit of rockabilly, western, folk rock, rock and roll, pop, surf rock, bit of soundtrack and a bit of new age. In fact, a commentator has said these guys are decidedly cinematic flair, heavily on mood and evocative images. So, I tend to agree with that one because when I watched these guys, I thought, well, there's just something hard to put your finger on it, but there's just something compelling about these guys and the way they go around doing what they do. These guys aren't just interested in actually doing music. These guys are creating almost works of art here through their incredible storytelling, evocative imagery, as I've said already, and just the whole capturing of the human experience. Ben Schneider, what can we say about his songwriting? It's pretty amazing, and as the front guy for these guys, he's just a really, really compelling force of nature, this guy. So good to see that he actually managed to get an outlet for his music. Between 2012 and 2021, there have been 4 studio releases, including 12 singles. And interestingly, when you look at their Wikipedia entry, many of these songs have appeared in TV and films, and so these guys are kind of quite respected in the industry, really, and they just do what they do. So there's a few songs to look at, but I thought the song I really wanted to look at today from Lord Huron is this song, Fool for Love. This came off the album Strange Tales of 2015. Now, Fool for Love is all about doing whatever it takes to actually get the girl, to actually know there's a bit of a compellingness about her, you want to be with her, you can just imagine life with her, and everything just stops and kind of until you actually get there. Fool for love, I don't care because I'm a fool for love. That's one of the lyrics in this particular song. Now, I was thinking about a way to talk about this in a bit more of a way today, and it got me thinking about this movie, We Bought a Zoo. It's this one that had Matt Damon a little while ago, and it's very much the story of a widower, young widower in this case, who decides to buy a zoo, as you do, and get it ready and to meet all the requirements and the compliance, all the rest of it, to be open. And it's a beautiful story of how that happens and all the things that come across as they go, dealing with the children, the new workers and all the rest of it. A bit of a love interest starts to happen in this particular movie as well, but that's never really resolved because at the end of the day, that's not what the story is about. Now, one of the things that the movie talks about, and there's a beautiful scene, which I've actually put in the description below, of 20 seconds of courage. Now, you know what it's like when you want to do something and, you feel a bit scared and a bit brave and a bit like, oh, nah, I'm not going to do that because it's just too confronting. Well, this movie puts on this beautiful image of 20 seconds of courage, and that is that for 20 seconds, you're going to be insanely courageous. Now, in the terms of this particular movie, it's when he meets her in a cafe for the first time, and he says, who am I to talk to such a beautiful woman? And in this particular scene of the movie, the children are there, and he, instead of just saying, hey, this is where I met your mum, he actually goes through the whole process of what happened, his thought process, and what he actually does, and how that enables him and her to get together. 20 seconds of courage. And yet it's almost like, and what gives us the courage? Well, love does. You think, wow, this girl's amazing. I really, really want to get to know her, and so I'm going to need an insane amount of courage to do that. So in essence, what the character was doing in this movie was he was being a fool for love at that point. Hey, I'm just going to go for it and see what happened. I've only got 20 seconds to do this thing, and so he pulls himself together and actually does that. And the story is just so compelling, of course, to bring her into the memory of this movie is pretty amazing. Beautiful storytelling right here. The kids actually see their mum as well, and it's a beautiful image of what 20 seconds of courage can actually do. Now, when you bring it back to the song Fool for Love, it just brings this song alive even more. When you put that clip and the song together, it just really captures what this song is all about. That we all need love in our lives, and we'll do anything we can to get it. And I'm thinking, often it requires a bit of bravery, because you see someone from a distance and you think, oh, will I, won't I, will I, won't I? And then something just compels you to. And I'm sure many relationships have started because someone has taken that step, whether it's the guy or the girl. Someone takes that step, and next minute you're in love. Because love certainly does need total commitment. You can't sort of go into it half-hearted. You can't kind of go into it just holding a little bit back. Love requires all of you. And if you have come out of love recently and you're a bit nervous about love again, well, it's going to get you at some point. But we want to be got though, don't we? Give ourselves time and space if love's not, and let's face it, it's not love that is the hurtful thing, it's relationships that are hurtful. Love is still a beautiful, beautiful thing. Relationships are the things that often don't match up or catch up to it. But love hasn't finished with you yet. Doesn't matter what age you are. Just know that you are well and truly worthy of love. We all are as human beings. And if it is do you require 20 seconds of courage to do that? Well, may this video today inspire you to do that as you take this stand to be a fool for love. So, anyway, so I trust that's encouraging for you today. If you just met someone recently and you're trying to work out, oh, should I make that phone call or do that text or whatever? Do it. And if you're the person who's on the other end of the phone call or the text, be kind. Because, he or she are trying to actually do something here. So anyway, I trust that will be an encouragement for you today. Well, on to the clips. So we do have Fool for Love off the Strange Tales album of 2015. All of the songs, all the clips today are kind of live versions too, which is pretty cool. So, you'll get to see Lord Huron and just how compelling they are. You'll see what I mean by how amazing these guys are. And I can certainly want to thank the guy who made this request today, because I get it. I really get why these guys are so good. Then we got La Belle Le Savage, which came also off Strange Tales of 2015. This is all about nature, but I suppose putting it in the guise of a female and the compellingness and the beauty of this place and wanting to actually get up there and fall in love with it. Such a beautiful clip, and I suppose it goes along very much with the Western folk rock type of thing that Lord Huron are into. It's just a compelling thing about nature. When you make it and turn it into a person, it's a beautiful love story, that is for sure. I mean, all you need to do, and as I look out my window here today, looking at the clouds and Mount Lofty from my window, I really truly get captivated by what I see every time I walk into my place. So it's pretty cool. We then got Not Dead Yet. This came off Long Lost from 2021. This is all about bouncing back. And certainly in the realms of COVID-19, this is probably a clip song right for these moments. And again, very about bouncing back. And if it takes nature to do that, or whether you're finding love again after starting again, this song's all about bouncing back. Hey, you're not dead yet, right? You are in You're living and breathing and doing all that stuff. So if you're doing all that stuff, you're not dead yet. So that was from Long Lost from 2021. So the links to those 3 songs are in the description below. And because I am doing this request in kind of order, I've also included my last clip from Evanescence. So if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, thank you for the guy who made this request today. An absolute pleasure to do it. I'm sorry it took a while to get to it, but we got there eventually. So if this is your first time, the Life Reflections through music, or Life Reflection requests as it is today, or you've come back for another one, welcome to everybody, and thank you for everyone for hanging around to the end. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to another band I just remembered, but certainly when these guys were around, they were absolutely massive. Badfinger. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.